Mike, test. Yeah, Granny Boo, get your booty in here. All right, you guys, welcome back to another video. We have got kind of special. You guys have seen Maddie get a lesson from Grant, and you saw how well that was working for her, and she's using that in her game now, and she's coming to Waters Creek a lot, doing a lot of practice. So I figured, why not I get one of them good lessons?
Yeah.
Okay, and I've got Grant here. We've kind of done a little bit of work on the range, you know, here and there, but nothing that's been like full dive into my swing and kind of figure out everything that's going wrong, because we got a good week coming up soon.
Right.
I want to be dialed in. Steve, I know he's been working hard. He wants to get dialed in too.
Yeah.
So me and Steve sometimes slack quite a bit. So I figure, why not get the perfect lesson, and then I can come out here and work on the game before we leave for good and make sure everything is dialed in. Grant will kind of hold the camera, and he'll kind of get my grip adjusted. He'll get my posture set up, everything that I need, and then we'll set it up on the tripod, and you guys can kind of see some of the shot and all that kind of fun stuff. But just getting dialed in. To be honest with you.
I recently just gave. I mean, a lot of you guys have seen the Bubby video where I fixed his slice, and then I just gave Steve a lesson because he's my teammate, and I was trying to get him dialed.
The
for
2v2s, yeah. You guys just need to work on your putting, but yes, I love it.
Yeah, but I'm getting Steve dialed in, so this is gonna be the first time I really dive into Matt's swing, and there's not a lot of things I want to change with Matt's swing, but I do have a couple things that you guys can learn a little bit from, so it's gonna be a good video.
There you go. And just like that, we're gonna get right involved. I guess I'll warm up just a tad bit, and then I guess we'll just jump right into it.
All right, I want to take this time right now, mid-edit, to tell you guys to go subscribe. Okay? 55.6% of you are not subscribed. I hate that number. Okay, let's try to get it down to 50%. Let's try to get it down to 45 and 40 and then 30. Okay? Subscribe. Turn that red button to gray. Help me out. Subscribe right now. It would mean a lot. If you guys do subscribe, I will actually show up to your house personally. And we'll go from there. Okay, but seriously guys, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching the videos. It definitely means a lot. You guys have been absolutely killing it. So keep slapping that subscribe button. We're on the way to 200,000. Let's try to get there. Yeah. Right back in the video. Come on.
All right, so I just want to know, where exactly are you aimed right now? Where are you? What target?
I'm gonna aim at this little red flag right here.
Okay, I like that. Let's just put, just for today's, let's use this alignment. Oh, I thought that was alignment stick. Your club, your orange shaft. I thought that was alignment stick. We'll use this 4-iron here.
Okay.
So we're perfectly at that red flag.
Yeah.
And now we don't have to think about that. Now we're aligned good. So hit a couple shots, just get loose. Matt hit biceps today, so he's a little.
Dude, they're literally cramping up. I don't know what's going on. I love it.
Little noodle arms going on, like my arms. Those are my arms 24/7 though. Good. What club is that?
P-wedge.
That's a pitching wedge. Okay, let's move up to your 7-iron.
Well, 7-poo?
Yeah,
All right.
I want to hit some 7-irons. That's where I like to start messing with the swing. Pitching wedges.
Yeah, I know what you're saying there. Like wedges,
Right.
you can not play golf for, I feel like, for 8 years and grab a wedge and still hit it pretty decent.
Right,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? I know what
Yeah,
you're
there's not a lot of like weight transfer going on
Right.
in a wedge, so once we get up to the 7-iron, that's where I want to start looking at the swing.
Same thing, we'll go over that red target.
Yep, perfect. Let me actually, it's a little bit too far left. Let's get it right there.
There she is.
That was really good. Okay. That was good too. All right, so.
What are you thinking that we need to do, Grant?
It looks, if you wanna.
Oh yeah.
Matt, Matt's swing right now, guys. It's the best it's been. When I first came out to Good, Matt's swing was a little.
Shaky.
You're right. When I first came out, but the last like couple Good weeks, it's been so good and so dialed. But there's not a lot that I want to change. But what I do want to change is lowering your ball flight a little bit, because I feel like the one thing that happens with Matt is he hits it super high up in the air. Yeah, and that's all to do with, a lot to do with your setup and impact. So that's just setup and impact. The positions Matt is putting his swing in and his tempo, spot on. It's just impact, and we got to lower that ball flight so you hit some piercing.
Here's the thing, like I'll hit my 2-iron, but my 2-iron will go as high as my 7-iron sometimes.
Right.
Like when I first hit it like that, when I got it, it was going super high. And then I try and like, okay, I'll put it more back in my stance, kind of stay down, compress it a little more, and it still goes super high.
A lot of people would love to be able to hit it that high, but sometimes you hit it a little bit too high and spinny, and the wind gets it. So we're gonna try and lower your ball flight today, hit some low, controlled, sawed-off finishes like Tommy Fleetwood.
Yes.
So just the setup, go ahead, set up over the ball. I noticed one thing. Yeah, like how you normally set up. Right there, guys, Matt's hands right there. So you could push these hands a lot more forward to begin with. So right there. Does that feel way ahead?
No.
Okay, well it's barely. It's the shaft is slightly forward.
It should be like if I was wearing a belt buckle, it should be just past the belt buckle, right?
And that right there, let's hit a couple now and hold off the finish.
Okay.
A little bit lower. I just want to change just setup and just see what happens. Do it again. See, that's a complete new release point. Because what that does, when you push the handle ahead, it actually opens the face.
Right.
It opens it, but if you can square it up, it's gonna come out lower because the shafts, you have a little bit.
That one was quite low.
Yeah, low one, right. But it will come out low because of the shaft length. A little bit more ahead with the hands and saw off the finish. I wanna see a low shot. There we go. That was good. That was good. Do it again.
Lower than
Yeah,
my other one.
it was lower. It was.
It was.
Do a couple more. I'm really focusing. I want to see you hit some low shots. It's all to do with, in my opinion, when you start right there. Now saw it off. Saw the finish off. There you go. We got that, the hands a little bit more forward. But the next thing I want you to feel is that left wrist turn down through impact a little bit.
Oh, yeah, because my hands are like this at impact.
Right, yeah, exactly. If you guys, if there's a slow-mo of Matt's swing at impact, the club would, his hands would actually be behind the club a little bit. You come
my hands
through
are like this, and you want my wrist to be like that.
Right, I want it to be turning down and the club face turning down more, so we can hit some lower shots. There you go. Feel that right there. That's the feeling. Right there. Boom. Couple low shots there, and just hold them off. Let's just see if we can hit some low penetrating ones. That was good. I like the exaggeration.
A little right, but
a little bit to the right. Let's do it again. That's a little bit lower. That's the goal right now. We're just trying to lower this. There you go. Staying in the frame, a little behind that, but not bad. That's lower for sure. There's not, I mean, like I said, there's not much I want to change with your swing. Like, you put it in great positions. It's just,
hey, what's going on?
Guys,
just appreciate your content.
Oh, awesome.
I appreciate
nice
your
meeting you.
Thanks so much. Thank you so much for watching.
Heck yeah.
Keep going, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Oh, great. You're hilarious.
Oh, man, I love my handshake. All right, there. That's the feeling, Matt. We got to hold that.
How do
there you go.
Like, I feel like when I do that, like if I were to swing and my wrist turns.
Just turns just down. There you go.
See
Hold
my
it.
club though?
Right. Just, I want you to turn that face down though. There. Turn it down and rotate. And hold. There. That's the feeling. You're obviously not going to do that. But that's the feeling we need to get your impact. That's
then my hands will see, like it's gonna cause my hands to turn too.
Right.
So then that way it'll eliminate most of my right misses. I feel like.
Exactly.
Because my hands are always open like this.
Right, but at impact, if we were to slow it down, go ahead, get to your hands would actually be like this. That's why when you launch the ball at impact, it goes so high.
I scoop it.
You scoop it a little bit.
See, that's my biggest problem. Like when I had my coach back in college time, like he would always talk about casting.
Right.
And he'd always talk about like when I swing, I get back, like it's like I'm trying to do this.
Right.
And that's why like I'm sometimes so high on my feet too.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to guide the ball and do this garbage.
Right.
Bubby's here.
Yeah. But oh,
yeah, Bubby's here.
Bubby's just scared.
This is dangerous though. Well, no, you're on team stumps, but like in the 2v2s, v2s.
I'm trying to get my game dialed in for our team.
We need to make a comeback.
Yeah.
Because Matt, honestly, even without help, you have like one of the best swings on good.
That's what I was saying.
His tempo's amazing.
Right.
You just gotta get that club face.
It's
club face and impact right.
You gotta agree. It's the height. He hits it a little bit too high.
It's
sometimes.
a little too spinny sometimes.
A little too high.
Like you're talking about, you cast the club at it, lose that angle.
That's my biggest thing. Like I'll just try and guide
Right. We just gotta get that left hand leading more through impact. There you go. Boom.
But Steven's putting in the work.
Yeah.
So like
I gotta even it out because Steve's gonna get too good.
Steve's gonna get too good to beat us all, and I can't have that.
Turn that wrist down. Weight left to start. Weight left on your left side. Good. There you go. That was good. Still a little bit too high. A little bit too high. So we didn't get it. Let's do it again.
I just got him from Callaway, so
yeah.
I'm gonna start using.
Bubby's got those. He's got the
got
really
the
stiff.
poopies.
I mean, those things are probably really stiff.
They got the thickest shaft you can have.
Right.
Put in them.
Yeah, I can feel how this is such a different shaft than my club.
Yeah. Cut that out.
Cut the ball lower.
Yeah. See if Bubby's clubs right here just keep Matt's ball flight a little bit lower. Wow. That was good. That was still pretty high though. So I mean, it's
He's
really
just a high ball hitter.
He is, but
you're like DJ Brick.
right. No, it's not a bad thing. It's just I want you to be able to hit it low. That's the
Right.
thing. When we're into the wind and stuff, especially with your wedges and your mid irons, they're
That's
just
the biggest
starting
thing, Grant, is I want to be able to. I'm in the wind. I got 180 yards. I still want to be able to hit my 7-iron.
Right.
Because like I'll club up to like a 6 or maybe a 5, and then I'll still kind of hit it full because I know it's gonna go so high in the air.
Right. Exactly. We got to penetrate the ball flight.
Do I want to feel like I'm trying to almost hitting like I'm trying to hit a stinger?
Right. If that's the feeling, try and hit a low stinger. Just try.
So I don't even think about my left side when I keep my weight on my left side. The biggest thing I do is Garrett said, feel the weight on your right foot on the inside of your foot.
Right.
And if you ever lose that feeling on the inside of your foot like this, you know you're dead.
Yeah, you're dead.
Feel
It's
the
true.
weight on the inside of your foot and keep it there throughout the whole swing.
That's a very true.
That told me,
That's
that helped me out a lot.
yeah, that's a really valid point.
Well, yeah, because I mean, the minute that I start sliding,
Right,
I'm
and
gonna try
then
and compensate.
exactly.
If you lose the pressure here, you know you're dead.
Completely agree.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go film down there, boys. We're not talking.
All right.
Thank you.
Stump's putting in the work tonight.
Yeah. All right, weight left. Hands more ahead at address. There we go. Exaggerate it even more. There, just right there. Now go ahead. There you go. Now that had to feel like your hands were way ahead though.
Yeah.
That probably felt crazy.
It felt pretty crazy.
Exactly. And they were just a little bit ahead. There you go.
That was so good.
That was the best one. And that, I mean, your hands have to just feel like crazy. That has to feel a little bit uncomfortable. Right. That's not in relation. That's not actually what's happening.
Right.
In reality. Good. Now go ahead and hit it. There you go.
Even though it went right, that was a much better ball flight.
That's low. That's penetrating. That's what we're after. Right. To start with. But you're not. If we can play that back, it's barely ahead. And you'll see on video after this that it's barely, your hands are barely ahead. That's the good part about golf though, because you never know exactly like what's actually happening.
Right. Oh, this freaking bad boy.
Here we go. That is a beautiful club.
This is a beautiful club.
Right, let's try and hit like a low stinger. I want to see like a low one, because you're hitting it super high the other night, and I was amazed. I was like, how do you even hit it that high? There you go. That was lower.
Low stinger. It was
I like
lower.
that. Yep. Do it again. I just want to see your setup. Good. That's perfect. That setup is great. I like where that position is. Go ahead.
God, that's so high. That's higher
Yeah.
than my 7-iron.
That was high. And
Dude.
that's because you just lost your angle through impact. Your setup was good, but through impact, you broke down with that left wrist. Yeah, there you go. Turn it down and over. Got to do that if you want to have your ball flight start out low. Hands ahead, weight left, and then normal swing. You can lower your hands a little bit at address. Lower them down. There you go. There. There it is.
Oh, there it is.
That was
Oh, my
really
gosh.
good.
Even though that was sawed off, I still feel like I got a lot of power.
Right. That's going to go a lot farther. That's going to roll out too. It's not going to land so soft.
Right.
But don't get me wrong, the high ball flight, like we've said, is great. It's
Yeah.
just when we're in the good, like when we're into the wind and stuff, you just got to be able to hit it low.
I got to be able to figure that out.
Yeah,
I like
couple more, and then we can move on to the 3-wood and then a driver. There it is.
There it
A
is.
little right, but that ball flight was so much better.
So much better.
I
feel
love that follow through. I feel like you got to come out to the range here and saw off those follow throughs until you can get your impact stronger.
Yes.
A little bit better. It's holding that to there. I like how you're holding it. Yes, perfect. That's really good. That's the ball flight, and that's solid
That's the
contact.
ball flight that I want. I really
Right.
like that. I want to be able to utilize this beautiful 2-iron, just like Tig. If I can get this club figured out and I can start eliminating my misses off the tee, I feel like that's what I'll be the best.
Right, and you notice how low Tig hits his. I mean, it's
Literally.
like a low bullet.
It's beautiful. It's like a
Right.
low penetrating dart right in the center of the fairway every time.
Yep.
Typically,
This
I don't have a
is the
problem.
3-wood that there's a lot
Yeah,
of
there's a lot of history with this 3-wood, if you know
There
what
is.
I'm saying. Because I made a hole-in-one. I'm the best golfer in the world.
yeah.
I typically don't have a problem with keeping this low. So hopefully,
This one I want to see a normal swing because I usually do like your ball flight on this. Like that's a great ball flight. That was not too high at all.
like when I made
Right.
that hole-in-one, just to bring it up, that was probably the highest my ball flight has been.
Right.
And the only reason I hit it that high was because it was only about 285 yards, and I can hit this thing 290, 300 if I want to.
Right, and that
So-
wasn't too high though. That ball flight on the par 4 when you made it, that was not too high.
Yeah, that's probably as high as my 3-wood goes. Unless I
Yeah.
chunk it, something stupid, that's about as high as I can get.
Rory hits his just that high, so I don't really want to change anything with this necessarily.
Right.
I like the way you're hitting this.
See, that was dead off the toe. That's probably as high as it's gonna get.
Right, and that face was wide open through impact.
Wide
So
open.
that's gonna go high. Last one here, and then let's move on to the driver, and we'll take a look at that. I got your irons a little bit lower. Gonna have to work on that though, Matt.
Yeah.
Low follow throughs, hitting them low. This club, I like it. I like the flight. Like that's perfect.
See, that's the 3-wood. That's a hole-in-one right there. That's exactly what it was. A little baby cut, right up the right side. Typically, I can put this thing in the fairway.
I mean, every time you pick up that club, you have to
A
think
hole-in-one.
about that. Yeah.
And guess what? Bought it straight off the rack. Literally, there was no science that went into this. I was like,
You could sell that right now for about
$20 billion.
yeah. Probably.
I'll sign the club head.
More than Tiger's putter.
Little.
Let's move on to the driver.
Oh, these-
And now we're going to work on just, I know you hit this a little bit high and spinny sometimes too.
The issue when I hit it too high is my tee placement.
Right.
Because like what Jake was telling me was for this driver in particular, a lower teed up ball is better. And usually I tee up my ball where the ball is like right in here.
Right.
But when I teed up and I get it like down in here,
Uh-huh.
in this area, that's typically when I hit my ball the best. And there's no spin. It's like,
Wow, that's interesting
It's like
because usually it's
2100
actually the
spin.
opposite.
yes.
Usually it's the higher you hit it, the less spin.
Yeah.
But now I guess it's the lower. They
Yeah,
might have
low-
moved the center of gravity.
Yeah.
Lower.
I don't know what it is with this club, but
All right, I want to see a couple of these and just see if I notice anything.
Yep.
A little high and right. Yep, that's the one shot, the high spinny, a little bit to the right.
I'm
I
gonna
think
get over
I
here.
think we can fix that though, so you're not hitting that.
I think so. I'm gonna get in there. That's how low he wants me to hit it right here. See?
Wow, now that's interesting because usually it's the other way around. They want you to tee it up a little higher to launch it.
Yeah. Because they say tee it high, let it fly.
Right.
But he was like, tee it low, and this thing will go. So,
Yeah.
for some reason, when I went in that simulator and I was hitting this thing low, like I would get some 340, 350 when I hit it really hard. So.
Oh, I know. There's just not much I want to mess with Matt's swing. At the end of the day, he's putting it in great positions and I mean that was, guys, I didn't get that ball flight because I was on face on, but that was low and that was good.
That was
yeah, you
that
can't
was
hit any
literally-
better.
That was literally money.
I do not want it. That's like, I don't want to change that. Like if you can hit the ball like that, let's try and get one down the line of that exact shot again. So interesting to me that you're teeing it that low with no spin. It's
And
just
like the fact that it's still as high as it is,
right,
because like what Jake was telling me, what you've told me is my ball flight's high.
right.
It is with the driver as well. So this is where it's the worst.
Mm-hmm.
But when I tee it super, super low, I'm able to keep it low. I stay forward. I don't know what it is. But
Well, that's pretty
it
much a
works.
standard ball flight, what you just hit.
Right.
And you have it teed that low, so
I got
that just
it teed up
shows.
almost to the ground.
That was a little butter fade, a little bit too far to the right though. Hands a little bit. Yeah, let's just get them even with. Not a head on the driver, we just want it even, a straight line. That's
That-
perfect. There you go. All right, now just swing. There it is. Gosh. I know. That's just
And like that's center of the face. Like it's teed up down here,
right.
and somehow I make contact in the center of the face.
Right.
It's literally the weirdest thing with this driver.
It's
But
interesting.
I freaking love it.
But you just got fit for it, so the specs are good and you're hitting it good. I'm not going to mess with it.
Right.
And your swing looks great. You're doing everything that I like to see. It's just the irons are really what I wanted to focus on.
Okay. Swing feels the best it's been. I
Mhm.
just shot 1 under with Steve in our match. I'm gonna shoot 3 under when I play you. You know,
Yeah.
that's just what's gonna happen.
Yeah, we have a good match coming up.
We do. Matt
I'm not
and Grant are coming in hot with some matches soon, you guys. Seriously.
Yeah, I'm not giving you any shots though. That's the thing.
No. I don't need no shots.
You're right.
If I
Not
play
giving
my game.
anybody any shots. I'm not even going to give Steve shots.
No, Steve.
That's great. The driver swing looks amazing. It's just what we worked on today with those irons. We gotta get you flighting them a little bit lower when we're into the wind in the videos, so you're able to keep it low and under the wind. Let's just end off the day with a couple more irons. That was just a little checkup with the 3-wood and driver, but those look great.
Yeah.
There we go. Lower the hands a little bit. Lower down. There we go. There it is. That's the flight, Matt. And that is as hard as you could hold it off, too. And that's just the standard flight, which I would like to see it.
Yeah.
You know, we
got some work to do.
You do. You got it. We got to get that impact. Those hands a little bit more ahead. Start with those hands ahead and let it go now, like your normal swing. Don't hold the finish off. There it is.
Oh my gosh, Grant.
Yes.
Dude, that was literally my best 5-iron.
Yeah.
Nice and low and controlled in the cheeks.
Yeah. That's the ball. You see how penetrating? That was like,
That was money.
that was through the wind. That ain't floating through the air, Matt.
I ain't doing no floaty mody.
There you go.
Just a tad higher than the other one, but still
Right.
pretty solid.
I usually want to change stuff, but between you and Steve, even Steve's video, your guys' swings are actually really good right now. Like, there's no need to mess with all the positions. I just
Right.
want to work on impact with you too.
Yeah, and I feel like as we go along, like my mistakes that I'm going to make are going to be small things, like in the setup, your ball position,
Right.
where your hands are at. It's never going to be like 6 different things that are the issue.
Right, exactly.
It's
And you
always one.
played college golf at a high level, so you know what it's like.
I
You've
know what
gone
it's
through
like.
a lot of swing changes, I
Literally.
guarantee.
Gosh, almost every week it's in like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, that's that low ball fly.
I like that. Now you're able to hit it low when you want to.
See, I think that's what I need.
Yeah.
Right, I think that's where I'm going to be versatile. When I can say 208 yards here, wind's blowing 15 in the face, I can take a club, hit a low penetrating flight.
Right.
The wind's behind me, and I need to get it there. let me arch it a little bit.
Right.
Like, that's kind of what I
Let
want.
it ride the wind.
Let me ride.
And you can just swing normal. You
Right.
don't even have to. You can just do your normal swing, and it's gonna go high because you're naturally a high ball hitter.
Right.
But I want you to have that low shot. I mean, there's a lot you can learn from Matt's swing right now, guys. Too. It is very sequenced up. His transition it's money. All right.
Normal swing when I want it high.
Right. Hey, when you don't have to worry about hitting it high, man. I'm telling you, you naturally do that because he squats a lot. He's got a lot of power in the legs. That's how you get height, guys. Is using them legs right there. I just zoomed in on his legs. I'll cut that out. Actually, keep that in there.
No, I'm gonna keep that in. I'm gonna...
Oh yes.
That's what I need in my game.
Yeah.
That's center of the club face. Okay.
Yep.
Nice low ball flight. Recap. Things that I've changed. This was my normal swing. This is kind of how I set up.
Right.
Right about there.
Right.
Which is just, that's definitely way behind.
There.
Here.
Perfect. Yes.
Hands just a tad bit lower.
Yep.
Still the same normal swing. Get locked in.
Yep.
Feel this wrist come down. Turn. Still stay down. Feel like my weight's on this side.
Yep.
And then I stay through. And it's just money.
Yeah, I don't want it to be like a mental checklist like that, but
Yep.
what you're feeling is basically you set up with your hands ahead,
Yep.
and then all you're really doing from there is keeping that left wrist and turning it down through impact.
Right, that's that. Yeah. The main thing when I'm setting up to the golf ball is I want to make sure that I have this.
Right, those hands ahead. That is, wow. Dude,
definitely
you got a good swing, Matt.
That's
I like
pretty
that.
solid. And that's a really good lesson. No, I'm glad that we came out here and we realized how to get my ball flight lower. That's what I needed.
That's the only thing. Like, I've been watching you play a ton, and your putting's been pretty solid. Everything's been solid. It's just I know you hit your wedges and everything. Your mid-iron super high and floaty. So we just want to be able to hit those low shots when you want to. You don't always have to hit them low.
Right.
It's just if you need to. Into
Yeah,
the wind and
and I
stuff.
think that'll be the next lesson that I have potentially with Grant is wedges, because that's like a whole nother.
Yeah.
We could have a whole 45-minute lesson with just wedges for me,
Right.
because I don't know what it is. I chunk a lot of them. I stay behind on the ball, and I guess I could use the same thing.
Right.
Kind of push my hands a little bit more forward.
We can form a clock system on how long we want to make each backswing for each distance. That can be a whole separate video, guys. You guys can learn a lot about wedge distance.
I think I'm just gonna set up this tripod, trying to hit some balls, work on some things. Thank you, Grant, for coming out and teaching me how to play some golf properly.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. Definitely, and again, me and Grant will probably have some matches here pretty soon, so go check out Grant's channel. Go check us all out. Go check out Good. We're repping out the content 24/7. So if you guys want some lessons, Grant is the man. Seriously, he's really good. He's very educated. He has a lot of knowledge in the sport. He's very technical, but like he's so super technical with the golf game and like how, like where everything goes, but he knows how to explain it in a way where you don't feel dumb and it's like not too much information. You know, because like you'll get with those trainers and those people that'll like teach you everything and they know everything about the sport, but they teach you in a way it's like, dude, I don't know what you're saying. What do you want me to do? Right? And Grant's like, listen, you need to hit a lower ball flight, put the club a little bit more forward, make sure your wrist stays down. That's it. And it's like, that's it. And then I start doing that. So definitely shout out to that man. Go check out his channel. He'll teach you some things. And now I'm just gonna hit some balls, and that's about it.
Heck yeah. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah. That's an 8-iron. That's an 8-iron.
That ball flight is kind of...
See, like the fact that I can keep it that low now is actually insane. So that was a 3-iron, by the way, everybody. I'm getting a little bit of a drawback here. I've hit quite the draws in the last couple of shots, so. I am loving this low penetrating draw right now. Good. Still got that. That's a good thing. I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good about that. I feel like I love the lower penetrating ball flight there. especially on some of those holes when, you know, I'm definitely going to need it. Into the wind, you know, whatever the situation is there, I'm definitely going to need a lower penetrating ball flight. So shout out to Grant. I'm glad that I was able to do that. I'm glad that I was able to hit some of those shots that I needed to hit. Also knowing that I can still hit that higher ball flight as well. I think I can carry this on into good and hopefully score low for Team Stumps and team whoever's my secondary partner. So definitely a video I needed to get. So love you guys. Thank you so much. On the road to 200,000 subscribers, as you guys know, and we're gonna get there, okay? One way or another, we're gonna get there. Let's try and beat Steve to 200,000. I know a lot of people are on that. Hashtag road to beat Steve. If you guys can help me beat him, that would be fantastic. I need that new set of clubs. So one of us is gonna get there first, and I can't wait till we both hit it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And also go join my members only. New video will be posted very soon, if not already. I don't know when I'm editing that, but it's kind of a fun vlog. So if you guys wanna see me do some non-related golf content, you guys can check out my members only. A lot of great stuff I'm doing over there. So love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And peace the frick out.